I'm Lauren Friedman. I am going to teach you a 12-step course on how to pass grade 11 and grade 12 maths in the easiest possible way. However, let's talk briefly about 5 of the most common mistakes that people make. Number 1, don't leave blank spaces. This doesn't only apply to maths, it applies throughout the board. Why? A blank space is easy for markers, an instant 0. However, if you write something down, if you write a formula, if you show some form of knowledge of any part of the sum that looks familiar to you, you may get a mark, you may get half a mark, and all those little marks add up. Blank spaces are 0. Number 2 is people leave out units, degrees, lengths, distances, centimeters squared, centimeters, degrees, units. Every time you leave something like that out, you lose a mark. These little mistakes, these little marks, add up to a symbol. Geometry. Geometry, people go, oh, I'm going to leave out geometry. No, you're not. Once again, no blank spaces. You are going to learn my geometry summary. You're going to watch my geometry workshop. You're going to learn the steps and practice them. You are going to then look at the sum, and when a teacher says you do not write down everything that you know for geometry, you need to just write the answers. You will never finish the paper. They are wrong. You cannot find the middle piece of a puzzle without doing the border. So you label number 1, and you write down every single thing you know, and good chance you have answered the first 2 or 3 parts of that geometry sum. You then carry on with the rest of the sum. If you can't do the rest of the sum, at least you've written down stuff that you know, and probably will get a good chunk of the marks. Number 4, it all correlates to the same thing. Do not leave out steps. A lot of pupils say, but I can see the answer. The nice thing about maths is it's not multiple choice. It's not just the answer. You get method marks. There can be 5 people writing a question and all 5 people get that sum wrong. However, all of those 5 people get 4 out of 5 because their method is correct. 4 out of 5 is 80%. You don't ever have to get the correct answer, and you could still get an A or B for the particular sum. Do not leave out steps. Do not presume the examiner knows what you are doing. You have to presume that the marker is stupid and you are explaining to them what you are doing. And number 5, probably to me the most important thing. You get an exam and you start question 1, question 2, question 3, etc. And the most common thing I hear is, I never finished. I never finished the paper and I knew how to do that question. So don't do the paper in order. Go and do the questions you know first. Then go and do the other questions. Make sure you label correctly. Do not do 1A and then 5A. Do the whole of question 1. Then you can go do the whole of question 5, etc. An exam may not be in order. So for example, your functions could be question 2 and question 7 and question 10. If you know your functions well, go and do those questions first. If you don't know a particular part, circle it, leave space and come back. But don't do the hardest things first. Mess up your mind, mess up your train of thought, and you get the easy stuff and the stuff that you know wrong. Follow those steps, apply them to every paper, and instantly you will see your marks improve.